Hari Om, friends. Now the subject of this lecture is Yoga Nidra. And you may be very much interested to practice Yoga Nidra. But this is not a practice. I'll give some theoretical background of Yoga Nidra, where you have to be very alert and not totally relaxed as regularly when you practice Yoga Nidra. You know, Yoga Nidra is a relaxative practice. And everybody likes it very much. Because relaxation everybody prefers. It is a yogic practice and the most simple yogic practice. If the question is raised, what is the simple practice in yoga? The answer is Yoga Nidra. The simplest practice. Because practitioner has to do nothing. Just lie down on the bed or mattress. The most and simple pose of the body. Close the eyes, nothing to see. And just listen the commentary. Listening the commentary also is very simple. Because you are just listen, that's all. Ears are already open. You don't have to open or close and all that. So actually practitioner has to do nothing in this. Of course he has to follow the instructions, but instructions are mental instructions. Physically practitioner has to do nothing. So just follow mentally and enjoy the relaxation. Now normally the simple things are not so much effective. And effective things are not simple. But Yoga Nidra is such a practice that it is the simplest practice in yoga and it is most effective practice in yoga also. You know, Yoga Nidra starts with Shavasana. And Shavasana is continued for about 30 minutes. In yoga class, we practice Shavasana maybe for 2-3 minutes. But here you have to practice Shavasana for 30 minutes. So enjoy. That's good, fine. That's why you may think that Yoga Nidra is a extended Shavasana up to 30 minutes. Physically it is, yes, physically it is extended Shavasana, but not mentally. Your mind is mostly alert. You are listening the commentary. Probably you may think that after maybe 30-40% of the commentary, you fell asleep. But it is not asleep. Please mind well. You may think, you may feel it is something different. And that is what I am going to explain. So Yoga Nidra is not only Shavasana, not only relaxation. It's beyond relaxation, beyond Shavasana. So I can say it's a psychotherapy. It has got something to do with our mind, which otherwise we cannot do. That means we can make some modification, changes in our subconscious mind. And that change is very effective, very essential in some of the cases, maybe many of the cases. So that is what I am going to explain you. And of course we want to know how it is useful for the different patients. It's a therapeutic part of our yogic treatment. Actually, Yoga Nidra is not mentioned in any ancient text. It is not mentioned by Patanjali, it is not mentioned in Hatha Yoga or any ancient text, because it has been recently developed by Swami Satyananda Saraswati, the founder of Bihar School of Yoga. So Swamiji has developed this technique maybe about 50 years ago. That's all. So age of Yoga Nidra is 50 years. But during these 50 years, Yoga Nidra is spread throughout the world. Most of the yogic practitioners know something about Yoga Nidra. The credit goes to Swamiji. Because that is not an ancient technique. It is a totally modern technique developed by Swamiji. Now let us come to the details of the process. We know the awakened state, we know the sleep state, and also dream state. These states are not for the body, but they are for the mind. Because body is similar, whether you awake, whether you sleep, or whether you are in dream. Body is as it is. That means the heart is beating, respiration is going on, digestion is going on. All other organs are functioning as per their regular system, whether you are in awakened state or sleep state or dream state. So these states are specifically for the mind and brain. Now in Yoga Nidra, you are neither in sleep nor in awakened state and nor in dream state. It's a surprise to note definitely, because we know only 3 states of mind. But there is one 4th state of mind, which is called Turiya in yoga. And that is a very, very critical stage of mind, which can be achieved after long practice of deep meditation. But in Yoga Nidra, anybody can achieve this just by listening the commentary. And that is what I say, the credit goes to Swamiji only, because he has designed in a particular way so that our mind remains on the 4th state for a certain period. Now what is that 4th state? Let us see. This is a diagram you can see. You see, this is awakened state, this is sleep state. We know that we are awake and we enter in the sleep state. When you go to bed, for a certain period we are awake. Then we enter in sleep state. And after some time again, from sleep state to awakened state. So this transaction from awaken to sleep and sleep to awaken, everybody of us is experiencing many times. What is happening? In awakened state, you can listen, you can see, you can smell, you can taste, and you can experience the touch. So our 5 sense organs, you can get the information and you can handle that. But in sleep state, no. You cannot listen, you cannot see, you cannot smell, you cannot experience the touch, and you cannot experience the taste also. So we know the difference. But now I want to say that what is happening on this borderline. We cannot judge or imagine or even experience, because our mind just crosses the borderline within fraction of a second. So we awake, immediately we enter in sleep. So we don't know what is happening now. So we are crossing the borderline within fraction of a second, so we cannot notice what our mind does on borderline. And now the credit of Yoga Nidra is our mind remains on borderline. Particularly, if you remember the commentary, when you are counting the breath, during that period, either I can say up to that period you are awake. But on that period, your awakened state is over. And just remember, sleep state is yet to start. You don't go in sleep, but you are not awake also. So that is, mind is on this borderline, but as it is very thin in normal condition, just a fraction of a second, but the credit of Yoga Nidra and the total commentary is such that your mind remains on the borderline maybe for 15-20 minutes. The further part of that, counting the breath, and further of that, your mind is on fourth state, borderline state. And during that state, we are feeding some information through the commentary, which is affecting our subconscious mind. So first let us see what are these conscious, subconscious mind are. I'll explain very short. Actually, mind has no physical existence, but it has got the existence. Nobody can refuse it. And it has been studied deeply, thoroughly by the by the psychology. Psychology is studying the functions of mind in depth. So conscious mind, it is called as conscious function of mind. So it is called conscious mind. It connects the outer world to the brain through the five sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. It receives the information from all these sense organs, and the information is forwarded to the brain. And brain further processes the information in consultation with subconscious mind and come to certain decision, that is knowledge. So the information is converted to knowledge with this process. That is a regular process going on, which is very essential for our survival and functioning. Now, the subconscious mind, it is a storage of all memories. We experience so many incidences through all these five sense organs. We process it, convert to knowledge, we can give some reaction, and finally the whole information is stored with subconscious mind in the form of memory. So I can say subconscious mind is just like a hard disk of a computer, where we store the different files, folders and so on. There is one folder with one subject, there are a number of files in that folder. Similarly, there are maybe thousands or millions of folders stored in our subconscious mind, and that contains a memory maybe from the birth to till today. As per the science of yoga says, there is a stock of memory for the previous births also. But those folders are locked. We cannot open them, so we don't know. We cannot recall that memory for the previous birth. Anyway, so this is a storage of memories, and that storage of memory is essential for interpreting the different signals. The third part is unconscious mind, which is the real self or Atman or soul or individual consciousness. But that is not concerned with Yoga Nidra at present, so I am not discuss that point right now. So we will go how the process continues. See, these are the five sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. So these sense organs receive the messages from the external world about the light, about the frequencies, about the taste, about the smell and about the touch and all that. This information is forwarded to conscious mind, and conscious mind forwards to brain. Brain decodes, because the information is coded in sense organs and it is decoded in the brain, but it is forwarded through the nerves, electronic impulse. But that coding decoding is taken place in sense organs and brain. But after that, brain forward the same information to subconscious mind to get some previous memories concerning with that particular information. This subconscious mind has some maybe folder regarding that. Then he forwards the folder to brain. Brain goes through the different files in the folder, and then brain interprets this is information. This information is interpreted by brain after receiving the information from subconscious mind, and then it is converted to knowledge, and that you know what it is. If you see a cobra, Now the eyes will show you the picture of cobra. It is coded in sense organ. Then it forwarded to conscious mind. It is forwarded to brain. It is decoded and brain gets the picture of cobra. But brain doesn't know whether it is cobra or not. Brain gets only the picture. Then the picture is forwarded to subconscious mind. Subconscious mind has got a folder, maybe called name cobra. It contains a lot of information about cobra, which you might have read, you might have experienced, or you might have seen previously through these sense organs. So that information is cobra. This is a poisonous thing. It can bite. It's very dangerous. It can be a death if the cobra bites. So all this information is there in the folder of cobra. So that is forwarded back to brain. Brain goes to the information and then brain comes to decision. That this is a cobra. This is not a poisonous. If he bites me, I can die. And then you get a fear and you may run off. It takes very long time for me to explain. It happens within a fraction of a second through all the systems. So this is every now and then going on. If there is no folder of cobra in your memory, then no folder will come to brain. So brain will not understand what it is. And there is no reaction, maybe curiosity. What is this new thing? So likewise, this memory storage is very, very essential for our survival. Now after the class is over, you will go to your home. How you can go correctly to your home? Because you have got an address of your home and plus path and everything perfectly recorded in a folder called home. So whenever you think of home, you get the information from subconscious mind to brain about the home address and then you will directly go to the home address. And suppose this file or this folder is deleted, then you will go nowhere. Just remain here only. So we will not delete, don't worry. So this is continuous process going on regularly, which is very essential for our functioning and for our survival also. But now what has happened in Yoga Nidra? A little change is there. Just see, you are listening the commentary through the ears. It is coded in sense organs. Then it is forwarded to conscious mind. But now it is, I told you, in Yoga Nidra at a particular stage, awakened state is over. That means conscious mind is not forwarding any signal to brain. That is awakened state. If it stops forwarding the signal, it starts sleep. But now here, conscious mind doesn't forward to the brain because there is no awakened state. But because a particular commentary designed by Swamiji is such that your mind remains on borderline only, so it doesn't enter in sleep state. So this whole commentary, the information, commentary which you are listening, is directly diverted to subconscious mind, which is happening never. But it is happening in this particular case. So this commentary has got the effect on some files and folders in the subconscious mind. So with the help of this total technique and particularly the commentary, we can modify some of the files in the memory as and what we require. As per our requirement, we can modify. We can delete some files, we can add some new files, we can modify the files. Whatever we can do with hard disk on the computer, same thing we can do it here. So it is access, direct access for conscious mind to subconscious mind, which is not there in any other case. So this is what is called psychotherapy. So we can make some changes in the mind, and sometimes these memories, they are disturbing our life in many of the cases, and this disturbance is because of memories which we are not able to change. So we had to suffer a lot of problems in our life, and Yoga Nidra is a solution for these problems. So we'll see what the steps of Yoga Nidra and how to modify all these things. You see, Yoga Nidra starts with Shavasana. You may be remembering the commentary. You are asked to lie down in Shavasana, spread your legs, hands, and all these instructions are there. I may not repeat. Then there is a stage of Pratyahara. You are asked to just listen the sounds away from you. Then you are asked to listen the sounds near to your hall. That is outside the hall. Then you are asked to listen the sounds inside the hall. Then you are asked to listen the sound of the commentary only. That means all other sense organs are also cut off. All other sounds are also cut off. So this is a slow and gradual change. And your mind is brought to only listening the commentary, nothing else. So that is a stage of Pratyahara called. Then there is a sankalpa or resolve. This is the aim and target of Yoga Nidra, what we want to change. We want to change some information and come to certain conclusion. This is that conclusion. This is repeated maybe twice, and of course repeated at the end of Yoga Nidra also, the same sankalpa or resolve. Then there is a rotation of awareness, that means you are asked to relax each and every of your organ, starting from the thumb of the right hand, an index finger, middle finger, and so on. Right side, right leg, right hand, and so on. Then left hand, then left fingers, and so on. So all this commentary you know. So this is all rotation of awareness through each and every of your organ and relaxing all the muscles. So you get perfect relaxation because of this particular commentary. It may take maybe 7 to 8 minutes, but you feel deep relaxation with this particular commentary, and mostly you go nearer to the borderline of awakened state and sleep state. Then you are asked to count the breath, but in a reverse sequence, maybe 27 to 1. You may be definitely remembering the commentary up to this level. So you start counting in the reverse way. And during this process, mind stands on the borderline. So awakened state is over. That's why you may feel that you are in sleep. Actually, you are not in sleep. Mind is on borderline, but awakened state is over. That is correct. But sleep state is not started. So mind remains on awakened state. Then they are asked to experience the opposite sensations. Body is becoming heavy and light. You are feeling hot and cold. Actually, you are not feeling anything, but as the instructions are there, you just agree with it, because the brain is not functioning. Our brain is not in connection with conscious mind, I can say. Other functions are going on, beating of heart and all the other functions are going on, but as a sensory organs, brain is not connected with conscious mind. Then the most important process of Yoga Nidra is visualization. This is a new file which we want to implant on a subconscious mind. Now to design the commentary of this, particularly the resolve and the visualization, that is a very skillful job. One needs to study a lot for that. I will discuss something on that in particular. But that is a new file which is overwritten on the old one. So we are going to change some of the memories, not all, some part of the memory which is disturbing. So the disturbing part we can replace by a new one which is not disturbing with help of this visualization. So that is a very crucial component of the Yoga Nidra. And of course then again you are asked to repeat the resolve which has done in the beginning. Same resolve is repeated at the end also. And of course after this smooth end of Yoga Nidra, which you know very well. I will give one example which will make it more clear how this works and when it is necessary. See, there was one person who was a factory manager. He was walking on the road, and by his bad luck, he met with the accident. His left foot was crushed under the tire of bus. Bus was fully loaded. You can just imagine what a tremendous pain will be. Left foot is totally crushed. Of course, then he was taken to the hospital and all that, but till that, he has experienced a severe pain on his left foot. You can just imagine. Of course, afterward, proper treatment was given and actually left foot was totally removed because bones were totally crushed. So proper treatment was given, then he is allowed to go home and he was lying down because he could not walk. When the wounds will be healing, then they will fit artificial foot and then he would have started walking properly. So in that situation, he called me and told me a very severe problem. Not the accident, result. Accident was over, the treatment was over, everything was proper. He says, I am getting severe pain on my left foot throughout the day and night also. He cannot sleep. Actually, left foot was not there. So there should be no pain on that because there is no foot. But still he is getting a pain. That is because of his deeply rooted memory which he has experienced during the accident. This type of pain is there in most of the patients where some organs are amputated. And doctors call this pain as phantom pain. And there is no solution for this pain because painkillers also doesn't work because there is no real pain. It's just a memory of the pain. But it disturbs so much that a person could not sleep. So I prepared a Yoga Nidra with particular resolve and particular visualization commentary. I prepared a new CD to suit to this person. I given him the CD, asked him to practice. Within 2 days, his reply was, he is not getting the pain during Yoga Nidra. When you start listening Yoga Nidra, there is no pain. But when Yoga Nidra is over, again pain starts. So got some relief. So I told him continue. You practice maybe 7-8 times a day because you are just lying down on bed. And within 15 days, the report is the pain has gone totally. That means within 15 days, the original file of severe pain on left foot is replaced by the new file, which I have already designed and put up as visualization. That started working. So he is not getting any pain. So he is very, very happy. So this is how we can make some changes in our memory, which is disturbing. Now this memory for the deeper pain on left foot was disturbing him. I replaced that memory with some different wording and that worked well and the pain has stopped. So we can make many, many varieties of Yoga Nidras just by changing in Sankalpa and visualization. So total commentary is 30 minutes. This Sankalpa and visualization maybe 7-8 minutes. Other commentary is same in all types of Yoga Nidra, but just you change resolve and visualization and you will get the different results. And now we will come across how to use this technique for different patients. Because we have got the Yoga Nidras, see, with hypertension, diabetes, spine problem, insomnia, menstrual disorders, obesity, for many, many other diseases. For certain diseases, we have got standard Yoga Nidras. For particular disease, we can give that ready-made Yoga Nidra for diabetes or all these problems. If there is some specific individual problem which is different than others, then we have to design a special Yoga Nidra for that particular person and that can be used for the particular person only. So, what is the memory which is disturbing? You see, most of these diseases are chronic. Suppose take a case of diabetes. Let us go in detail. The person is healthy initially. Then he might go to doctor for some minor problems. Doctor may check his blood sugar and he may say, oh, your blood sugar is very high. So he seems to be a patient of diabetes. So a lot of tests are carried out and then it is labeled that a person is diabetic. So he is given the medicine. With medicine, sugar is normal. But when he stops the medicine, the sugar again shoots up. So doctor tells him that you have to take the medicine throughout your life. It's a lifelong medicine. Go on controlling your sugar with medicine. You are not going to cure with this. He may change the doctor, he may change the medicine, he may change the pathy also, but everything, the result is same. So he gets a firm decision in his mind that my diabetes is not going to be cured by any medicine. Medicine will just control the sugar level. Diabetes will not be cured by any means. And this is confirmed for him in his mind. And then mind actually gives always this information. When he thinks of his diabetes, mind means memories. His memory is that is not going to be cured. When such patient comes for yoga treatment, somebody may refer him, yes, try yoga. So he approaches to our yoga therapy center. So we tell him, yes, this is a course for diabetic patient. You just come over here, maybe 2 hours a day. It's a 21 days course. And this yoga, asanas, pranayamas and all these things will teach you and your diabetes will be cured. Just you have to continue the practice. He will listen to us with conscious mind. But his subconscious mind will give the feedback to his brain that this diabetes is not going to be cured because that is already stored in subconscious mind. So same feedback will be there always. So here mentally he will not accept. His mind will not accept that he can be cured with yoga treatment. So his body will not accept. So even if you teach him properly, his diabetes is not going to be cured. Because when the mind is not accepting, the body also will not accept the yogic practices and there will be no result. This happens in many of the cases, rather most of the cases. So what we have to do? We have to change some files in memory. Not all, some files. Because he is a patient of diabetes, he is taking the medicine, he is controlling this. All these are the facts. These we cannot change and need not change also. But what is there in his mind that my diabetes cannot be cured by any means? This we have to change. If we change that yes, my diabetes can be cured by yoga practice. If we change the memory like this, then definitely mind will accept yoga practice, body will accept and he will get the change and his diabetes can be cured. 100%. So we need to use Yoga Nidra for such patients. And most of the patients are like this only. Whatever the disease is, maybe hypertension, maybe diabetes, maybe spine problem, maybe insomnia, whatever it is. I told you these are chronic patients and they are taking medicines for a long period. And they definitely came to the decision that their disease is not going to be cured. And that is you can call it a mental block, which will not accept any other treatment. And so it will not be cured. So to remove that mental block by changing the memory. So let us think something how to design Yoga Nidra for such patients. I know this is just a 1 hour lecture, very difficult to teach the total technique. I can explain, no doubt. You can understand the words, but actually designing will need a lot of study, lot of experience and so many things. But at least you will know the procedure. Let us see how to master this procedure. So we have to change resolve and visualization. Other commentaries same, which I am also using, same commentaries everywhere. Rather I have prepared a file with the commentary. And wherever I add only the resolve and visualization by just editing the file. And it becomes a new Yoga Nidra. It may be particular disease, it may be particular person also. Now this resolve, this is the aim of Yoga Nidra, this is the target of Yoga Nidra, this is the final result which we can say. So it must be of 2 to 3 sentences, not very long. 2 to 3 sentences. And this is a decision of the patient for cure. So patient has to decide that my diabetes is going to be cured with this practice of yoga. So that is a decision of patient. So it is in that format only. That patient is deciding. Of course, according it is entered in the commentary. But now when patient listens this commentary, he decides. So this wording must be like that, in the singular form, single person. Then this must be a positive, of course, something good. Do not try to Yoga Nidra for something bad, something not good for any other person also. Use it only for some positive things, good things. And this must be in a singular formation as patient is deciding himself or herself. So these are some guidelines how to write the resolve for a particular patient. I will give one example also which it will make more clear. Now designing the visualization, little bit more crucial and difficult but important job. I say this is a new file which we are going to overwrite on the old one. We are not changing the whole folder. For example, for a diabetic patient, he has got a memory for all diabetic things. All diabetes memory is there. When he has started, or when he known that he is diabetic patient, when he has started the medicine, what treatments he has taken, any other information when he has read through the different books. He might have seen something. So all this information is containing in the folder of diabetes. So we are not going to change the whole folder. It's very difficult, maybe impossible. We are changing only one small file where it is written that my diabetes is not going to cure. It is a lifelong process. I have to take the medicine lifelong. So this file is there and this is disturbing to curing process. So we will change this file only, not total folder. So other files will remain as it is. And this is the directive from the therapist to the patient. It is not patient not thinking of himself that I do and all that. It is a directive that you have to do like this. You are doing like this. This is the result of that and all these things. So this is a directive from the therapist to the patient. And resolve is that the patient himself is doing the resolve. Mostly 75% of this matter is the facts experienced by the patient for the disease. That's what I told you. There are many files in the folder. Most of the files will keep it as it is. Only one file will replace. So only 25% is the future result of the total yoga training. But that is in the present tense. That is already happening or already happened. Actually it is to happen after the practice. But we put it in the format that is already happened with you. So he gets confirmed with that. Then this is inserted in that particular folder. Patient gets confirmed, yes, my diabetes is cured with the practice of yoga. So there is a strong result of this visualization. So this is a technique how to design the visualization. But I want to show you one sample. It is a long commentary, so it cannot be adjusted in PowerPoint presentation. So I am giving you the Word file itself. So let us read about that, so it will make more clear. So I explain you how the result should be, how the visualization should be, and now you see how it is written. Now this is for the diabetic patient. The result is the diabetes that is not cured by medicines can be cured by regular practice of yoga. I am going to realize this significance of yoga by regularly practicing yoga. So this is a firm decision of a patient. And as I told you, this decision is inserted bypassing the brain. So brain has no comments on the decision. This is directly inserted in subconscious mind. So decision is decision, that's all. No argument, no change, nothing. So firm decision. This is repeated twice in the beginning, twice in the end also. So it is confirmed more and more during the practice of Yoga Nidra. And then comes the visualization, a long commentary. And this is the instruction given by the therapist to the patient. As you turn down the pages of your life history, you come across many incidences, pleasant and unpleasant. One of them is when you had visited the doctor for some minor complaint and he had recommended you a blood test. As a usual thing is there. That has happened with the particular patient. So doctor declared from the report of the blood test, you have got diabetes. And henceforth, you will have to survive on medicines. You are shocked by this news. And to let you out of the shock, doctor has told you not to worry and to take regular tablets prescribed and to avoid eating sweets, and then you won't come across any trouble. So you got some relief. Medication started as per the suggestions of the doctor. Eating was controlled. This change was accepted as a compromise, of course. But telling someone, I am diabetic, would create a down feeling. There was a pain in the acceptance of the fact, but there wasn't any alternative. You were given a suggestion upon this. Why don't you practice yoga? You thought, what a yoga to do with diabetes? Your doubt was cleared. Even I had been suffering from diabetes for 25 years. 5 years ago, I was on insulin. That became very troublesome, and then I started practicing yoga. Within a year, the insulin stopped, but the tablets stopped as well. Now, sugar level remains balanced, even if there is some intake of some sweet. So this is directly inserted in subconscious mind. Please note, brain is not acting. If brain is acting, then brain will make some arguments and brain will not accept this. But as brain is bypassed, this is straightway going in the memory. So no question of acceptance. It is already accepted. You believed in this narration. A faith for yoga developed in your mind and you started learning yoga. Initially you tried but could not perform the yogasanas so well. But then they become easy with regular practice. You could perform the other yogic practices as well. There was no positive effect of yoga on your diabetes. But you could sense the other positive changes in the state of your health and started liking yoga and continued practicing yoga. So this is going in the memory, so this will function afterwards. When he will actually working in normal condition, this is the memory which is supporting for him to practice yoga, stimulating to practice yoga. Slowly, the dose of your diabetes tablets was lowered down, and at last doctor stopped the tablets referring to the blood report. So the result is there. See, result is already happened. Actually, it is to happen afterwards. But in the commentary, we are inserted in the form that it is already happened, and the same thing is stored in the mind. You are so happy, you felt like distributing sweets on this happy occasion. You got rid completely of the giant named diabetes. You are grateful to your yoga guide and the relative who led you to this path. You have no words to express your gratitude for yoga. Now you are trying to become a yoga teacher to help other diabetic patients out of their disease. Your practice of yoga is regular. Even today, you have performed your yogic practices and now performing the Yoga Nidra, specially designed for diabetes. So that's the commentary. So I explained in the beginning, and you listen one direct example. I think that will make something more clear. But still, I don't say that immediately you will be able to design the commentary for a particular person or particular disease and all that. Actually, for some of the common diseases and common cases, now, what I explained in the commentary is a normal experience of a diabetic patient. If there is something special, then we have to change the commentary. But general diabetic patient, we can use this commentary. So we have got many commentaries for many diseases. They are already ready. So you can use of that. And if you want to make certain special case, maybe patient particular disease or maybe certain new disease or some new complications or so many things are there, then you have to prepare yourself new commentary. So write down resolve and visualization. The words must be very powerful, very confident. There should be no ambiguity. There should be no doubt. Firm decision. So that is also a very important task. Use proper words, proper commentary, then it will work. If you use some loose words, some doubtful things, it will not have the effect properly. So the design of commentary is very, very essential. If you want to study in detail, you can refer this book. This book is written by Swami Satyananda Saraswati, who has invented this process of Yoga Nidra. This is about 500 pages book. It gives the total history of Yoga Nidra, the process of Yoga Nidra, the detailed explanation of each and every stage. Then there are some experiments carried out, some researches carried out. He has explained the whole thing. If you study the book, I say study the book, not read. Reading in one's time, it will give the information, that's all. But if you study thoroughly, each and every part of the book, then you will get some better idea how to design this commentary for a particular disease, for a particular person or a particular incidence, whatever it is. Then you have to take some trials on this actually persons concerned with that. And you will find the results. And that will again give you some feedback. This will again improve your quality of designing Yoga Nidra. I have also done same thing. I have prepared a number of Yoga Nidras, taken lot of trials, and I got very good results. So I am definitely give the credit to Swamiji only, because he has designed such a fantastic process which doesn't need any training. Of course, when CD is ready, for making the CD or recording, lot of experience and mastery is required. But once it is ready, Anybody can use it. So this, my CD of diabetes, any diabetes patient can use it. If you want to make it translation, you can translate it in any other language and use it. It doesn't matter. So nothing is required for the patient as a training. Just take and use it. So you can directly sell in the market. And the people can make use out of it. So to use this technique is very simple. Designing may be little difficult. But that is you have to carry out once. Now I designed one CD for stress management because stress is a very common thing. And Yoga Nidra is very useful for stress management. So Yoga Nidra for stress relief. This CD has become so popular. Thousands of people are using it. I just made maybe 15 years back. The same CD is used. Just you have to copy. Very simple. Rather, this commentary, particularly for stress relief, is available on our website, yogapoint.com, free of cost. So you can refer to that. So like that, you have to actually read and study not only the book, but the different commentaries which we have developed for different persons and different diseases and all that. If you take some effort yourself for studying all these things, getting some experience, then it is not difficult. And you also can do it. And you can help a lot for the people solving their psychological problems which cannot be solved by any other means. No medicine, no surgery, nothing is there available, in no pathy. Only Yoga Nidra can do it. That is why it is so effective. So you try to master the technique. I have given a very rough idea, of course from the same book, because there is no other book on Yoga Nidra. Some people might have written after Swamiji's, but they are referred to Swamiji's book only. So Swamiji's book is the original book and it is available. You can get it through Amazon also. Of course, it is printed by Bihar School of Yoga. You can get directly from Bihar School of Yoga, or you can get through some agencies also. But definitely it's worth reading, and not only reading, but worth studying this book. Learning the technique of designing Yoga Nidra. And then using it, it will definitely make the miraculous changes in the people. Because so many people, they are suffering not only diseases, there are some other psychological problems are also. Just I told you about the phantom pain. Phantom pain is also a very common problem, which has also no proper solution till today. This is a very good solution. Likewise, some behavioral problems are also there. Certain person, they behave in a particular way because their memory is there. If you want to change their behavior, you just change their memory with the help of Yoga Nidra. And then their behavior will change. I'll give one small example. You see, some people, when they travel with the bus, they got the vomiting sensation. Actually, it is not required. Physically, there is no effect of traveling in bus and vomiting or nausea. That is just something in their memory. The person might have traveled by bus and got vomiting by some other reason. But he got an association of bus traveling and vomiting in his mind firmly. And afterwards, when he travels with the bus, he gets vomiting. This is happening with many of the people. It's not connected with even smell of the diesel and all that. Because everybody is getting the smell. Only a certain person is getting a sensation of vomiting. So this is all psychological, mental block. Something is there in memory. So I prepared a special Yoga Nidra for this. And when they practice Yoga Nidra, that association is broken. And the new file is that when you travel in bus, there is no question of getting vomiting. So within 15 days, he stopped vomiting during the bus travel. So likewise, there are so many problems come. So it can be used as a therapy also, it can be used as a psychotherapy also. So definitely a good solution for many of the problems. So it's well good that you listen all these things, now you just study and be a Yoga Nidra designer and give solution to many of the problems. So, Hari Om.